Amano shrimps. Undeniably, one of the best algae eaters in this hobby. There are plenty of reasons why these guys are amazing. I even made a video about that. There'll be a link in the description if you're interested. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, I'm here to warn you about 4 problems that you might be having in your aquarium right now and why Amano shrimps are probably the culprit. Number 1. Damaged plants. If your CO2 levels are good and you have a good fertilization strategy, but you're still seeing damaged plants, they might be to blame. How can you tell? Amanos won't eat any plant. They have a taste for soft plants like Alternatera reinecki and even some ferns. I've noticed if you have Alternateras, they'll be the first ones to go. You can see that right here. I had a few of them in the 7-gallon tank, and I moved them to the 50-gallon because they had algae on them and I wanted my Amanos to clean them up. Well, they cleaned them up a little too much. In just one day, they were gone. You won't have to worry about this if you only have a couple of them. But if you are experiencing this issue, it's a good indication that you have too many of them. The lack of food drives them to look for nutrition elsewhere. The solution is simple though. Just start feeding algae wafers. It might take you a couple of days to figure out how much they need. But once you do, you'll solve the problem. Number 2. Attacking your fish. These guys are great for a community tank, and they are very peaceful. In normal conditions, they aren't only amazing algae eaters, but also incredible scavengers. They'll eat any diseased fish, which in turn avoids an ammonia spike. The thing is, sometimes they go too far and try to eat the fish before that. They won't attack healthy fish, only the ones that are sick. If the fish is sick and swimming very slow or lethargic, they will take the opportunity and try to eat it while it's still alive. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. I still haven't found a real solution to that. They seem to do this even when there are only a few of them in the tank. It's just something they do. What I like to do is to have a way to isolate the fish within the tank. I use this little breeding net and attach it to the aquarium. Since it's a net, the fish in it will be in the same water parameters that it's used to. So if I spot a fish that is ill to a point that medicine won't do anything for him, I place them in this net. This way, even if I can't save him, at least he can rest peacefully. Guys, I want to help this beautiful community in any way I can. That's why I created a small survey that will help me understand what kind of problems you guys might be having with your aquariums and what I can do to help. You can find the link for it in the video description. It's completely free and it's only 10 questions long. Number 3. Amanos and snails. Amano shrimps need calcium to grow their shells, just like snails do. The biggest difference is that if Amanos feel they are not getting enough calcium from the water column, they'll try to eat calcium wherever they can find it. And snail shells are made almost entirely out of calcium. I'm sure you can put two and two together. Most of the time, snails' shell erosion is due to a low pH or a lack of calcium in the water. But sometimes it can be due to these guys trying to take what they need. A good indication that your shrimps need more calcium are their moltings. Not the moltings exactly, but what they do with it. Shrimp moltings also have a lot of calcium in them. If you spot a molt and you notice your shrimp immediately start to eat it, that's not a good sign. In a tank with enough calcium, they will mostly ignore it. Eventually, they might start to pick on it. But that molt could be sitting there for more than a week before they even touch it. If you have this issue in your own aquarium, it might be time to add some more minerals. Number 4. The greatest escapist. This is not quite their fault. If we had to blame somebody, it would be us, the keeper. Because we're not providing them with perfect conditions, right? Well, you might think that, but the truth is that this is their nature. They'll try to escape regardless of the conditions in the aquarium. I mean, if your water parameters are a mess, of course they'll want to escape. But they'll do it even under perfect conditions. In the wild, if they get tired of their current home, they climb out and start walking towards a different pond. Amanos can survive out of the water for a while. I've found some of them that have climbed out of my tank and walked almost 10 feet. This is only a danger to themselves, because in our homes there's no other pond to climb into. If they climb out of the tank, they won't make it. How can we help them? You have a couple of choices. You could leave about 2 inches of space from the water to the top of the tank. They can't climb on glass. A lid will work as well. I prefer building some kind of wall around the tank. That way they won't climb out and I'll still be able to enjoy an open top tank. Overall, these guys are amazing. And any trouble they might cause is worth it because of the value they bring. But you tell me, what are some of the problems that you have encountered? And how do you solve them? See you guys next week.